Have you ever felt fatigued for no reason? Or had digestive issues that seem to come and go without explanation? You might be unknowingly exposing your liver to dangerous poisons every single day. And here's the scary part. Many of these toxins don't come from alcohol or junk food. They're hidden in things we consider harmless, everyday items like herbal teas, medications, and even our cleaning supplies. Today, we're uncovering 5 little-known poisons for your liver that could slowly be pushing it toward disease, and even death. If you're over 60, your liver needs more protection than ever before. Stick around, because knowing these hidden dangers could save your life. Over-the-counter painkillers, the silent liver saboteurs. For many seniors, managing chronic pain becomes part of daily life, and over-the-counter medications like acetaminophen, ibuprofen, and naproxen often feel like a lifeline. But what if that lifeline was slowly strangling your liver without you even realizing it? Acetaminophen, commonly sold under brand names like Tylenol, is one of the leading causes of acute liver failure in the United States. While it's generally safe in small doses, even a slight overdose can have catastrophic consequences, especially for older adults whose livers are more vulnerable to toxicity. The problem often lies in what's called stacking, taking multiple medications that all contain acetaminophen without realizing it. Cold and flu remedies, sleep aids, and even allergy medications frequently include this ingredient, and when taken together, the liver can't keep up. The excess accumulates, overwhelms liver enzymes, and triggers damage at the cellular level. What's worse is that liver damage doesn't always present obvious symptoms at first. You may feel a bit tired, nauseous, or lose your appetite, but by the time jaundice or confusion sets in, the damage may already be severe. Seniors are particularly at risk because liver function naturally declines with age, and the margin for safe dosages shrinks dramatically. Studies have shown that people over 60 metabolize acetaminophen more slowly, which means the same amount that's harmless to a 30-year-old could be toxic to someone in their golden years. And it's not just acetaminophen. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs, like ibuprofen and naproxen, while effective for inflammation and joint pain, can also trigger liver inflammation, especially when used daily. These medications, when taken long-term, place stress on liver enzymes, particularly in people with underlying liver conditions like fatty liver disease, a condition that already affects nearly 25% of people over 60. Liver specialists have warned that seniors often underestimate how quickly these common drugs can accumulate to dangerous levels in the body. In one study published in the journal Hepatology, over 40% of hospitalizations for drug-induced liver injury were linked to unintentional overdoses of acetaminophen. And yet, it remains one of the most widely used painkillers on the market. What makes this so dangerous is the illusion of safety. Because these medications are sold without a prescription, people assume they're benign. But unlike prescription drugs, they often come with less guidance, especially when it comes to dosage limits and interactions. The key here is awareness and caution. Seniors should always read labels closely and consult their physician before combining medications. It's also wise to limit acetaminophen to no more than 2,000 mg per day if you're over 60, unless otherwise directed by a doctor. If chronic pain is a regular concern, ask your healthcare provider about safer alternatives, such as topical creams, physical therapy, or even turmeric-based anti-inflammatories, which have shown promise in early clinical trials without the liver burden. Remember, your liver is a resilient but sensitive organ. Give it the care it deserves by treating over-the-counter medications with the same caution you'd give to prescription drugs. It could be the decision that keeps your liver functioning strong for years to come. Herbal and dietary supplements. Natural doesn't always mean safe. In the world of health and wellness, the word natural often carries a comforting connotation, as if anything labeled from nature is inherently safe. But when it comes to your liver, especially after 60, this assumption can be dangerously misleading. Herbal and dietary supplements may look harmless sitting on your kitchen counter, but many of them harbor potent compounds that can wreak havoc on your liver without warning. Unlike prescription medications, supplements are not subject to the same rigorous FDA testing and approval processes. This means that their purity, dosage, and even ingredient lists can vary wildly between brands, and sometimes even between bottles of the same brand. For seniors trying to stay proactive about their health, this can be a dangerous trap. Take kava, for instance, a root promoted for reducing anxiety and improving sleep. While it may offer short-term calm, numerous studies have linked kava to liver toxicity, including hepatitis, cirrhosis, and liver failure. In fact, several countries, including Germany and Canada, have restricted or banned its sale due to safety concerns. Another commonly used herb, comfrey, often found in natural pain relief creams and teas, contains pyrrolizidine alkaloids, compounds known to cause liver cell death and scarring even at low doses. These alkaloids can silently damage liver tissue over time, especially in seniors whose detoxification pathways are already under stress. Then there's green tea extract. While sipping green tea itself is generally safe and even beneficial, the concentrated form found in diet pills and detox products can be a different story. In high doses, green tea extract has been linked to oxidative stress in liver cells, triggering inflammation and, in some cases, liver failure. The US Pharmacopoeia has flagged green tea extract in over 100 reports of liver injury. What makes this even more dangerous is that these products often market themselves as liver cleansers or detoxifiers, when in reality, they may be doing the exact opposite. Seniors are also drawn to supplements like black cohosh for menopausal symptoms or valerian root for sleep, both of which have been associated with liver inflammation and, in rare cases, acute hepatitis. The symptoms may be subtle at first: fatigue, loss of appetite, mild nausea, but they can progress rapidly into more severe signs of liver dysfunction if the offending supplement is not discontinued. One of the biggest challenges with supplement-related liver injury is the delay in diagnosis. Because people don't always report supplement use to their doctors, and because symptoms mimic those of other conditions, it often takes longer to identify the root cause. This delay can allow liver damage to worsen, especially in older adults whose regenerative capacity is lower. It's also important to note that interactions between supplements and medications are common and often overlooked. St. John's wort, used for depression, can accelerate liver enzyme activity, reducing the effectiveness of other critical medications and altering liver metabolism in unpredictable ways. Seniors who are already on blood pressure medications, statins, or diabetes drugs may face a perfect storm of toxicity when combining these with certain herbs. What's more alarming is that studies have found heavy metal contamination in some imported herbal supplements, including arsenic, lead, and mercury, all of which are devastating to liver function. Even products labeled as organic or pure have tested positive for these harmful compounds in independent lab tests. The solution isn't to avoid all supplements, but to approach them with informed caution. Always discuss new supplements with your physician, especially if you are managing chronic conditions or are on multiple medications. Look for third-party testing certifications like USP, NSF, or Consumer Lab to verify safety and purity. And perhaps most importantly, listen to your body. If a new supplement causes any changes in mood, energy, digestion, or skin tone, consider it a red flag and seek medical evaluation. Just because something is sold in a health food store doesn't mean it's safe for your liver, especially as you age. Knowledge, vigilance, and transparency with your healthcare provider can go a long way in protecting your liver from the hidden poisons disguised as wellness products. Household cleaning products. The toxins you breathe without knowing. Many seniors take pride in maintaining a clean, welcoming home, often using a wide array of sprays, wipes, polishes, and detergents. But beneath the sparkle and scent of lemon or lavender lies a hidden danger that few people consider: the effect of household cleaning products on the liver. Your liver's job is to filter toxins from your bloodstream, and it works hard every day to neutralize chemicals that enter your body through food, air, and skin contact. However, when it comes to cleaning products, especially those filled with volatile organic compounds, VOCs, the burden placed on your liver can quietly accumulate over time. VOCs are chemical gases emitted from liquids or solids, common in air fresheners, bleach sprays, oven cleaners, and even seemingly harmless glass cleaners. When inhaled, these particles travel into your lungs and are absorbed into the bloodstream, where they pass directly through the liver for processing. The problem is that many of these compounds, such as formaldehyde, ammonia, and toluene, are hepatotoxic, meaning they cause liver cell damage and oxidative stress. And unlike short-term exposure, which the liver may recover from repeated or chronic exposure, especially in enclosed indoor spaces, can lead to long-term injury, particularly in older adults. Age slows down the body's detoxification efficiency, meaning the liver may not clear these chemicals as swiftly or effectively as it once could. Over time, this can lead to inflammation, fibrosis, or even contribute to the development of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. A study published in Environmental Health Perspectives revealed that frequent exposure to cleaning sprays, particularly in poorly ventilated areas, significantly raised the risk of liver enzyme abnormalities in older adults. This silent damage often goes unnoticed until symptoms appear: chronic fatigue, weakness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, or unexplained digestive issues. And the danger isn't just from sprays. Many scented products, such as plug-in deodorizers, wax melts, or natural air purifiers, release phthalates and synthetic fragrances that disrupt liver enzyme activity and hormone regulation. In a 2020 review from the National Institutes of Health, long-term phthalate exposure was linked to liver inflammation and cellular damage, especially in vulnerable populations such as seniors and those with existing liver conditions. Even antibacterial products, which rose in popularity during recent years, contain triclosan, a chemical known to accumulate in the liver and alter liver function. Though banned in some applications, it still appears in certain soaps and disinfectants marketed as tough on germs. The packaging often doesn't disclose the full range of ingredients, leaving consumers unaware of what they're truly exposing themselves to. Another overlooked source is laundry products. Fabric softeners and dryer sheets often contain quaternary ammonium compounds and synthetic fragrances that cling to clothing and bedding, creating a continuous, low-level exposure through skin contact and inhalation, especially problematic for those who spend more time at home due to retirement or limited mobility. For seniors, this continuous exposure to household toxins becomes even more dangerous when paired with common medications or underlying conditions like diabetes or hypertension, which already place stress on liver function. The cumulative effect of all these exposures can silently undermine liver health, leading to a slow decline that's easily mistaken for normal aging. Fortunately, there are steps you can take to protect your liver while still keeping a clean home. Switching to non-toxic cleaning alternatives is a smart place to start. Look for products labeled fragrance-free, phosphate-free, or EPA safer choice, and avoid aerosol sprays altogether. Consider using natural options like vinegar, baking soda, and Castile soap, which are effective and safe for both your home and your liver. Improve ventilation while cleaning by opening windows and using exhaust fans, and wear gloves to minimize skin contact with any chemical products. Above all, read labels carefully, and don't be fooled by buzzwords like green or eco-friendly, which are often used as marketing terms with little regulation. Your liver is quietly working every second to keep your body safe. The best way to repay that hard work is to reduce its toxic load wherever possible, starting right at home with the very products you use to clean it. Mold and mycotoxins, the invisible liver destroyers in your home. It's easy to spot dust on a windowsill or grease on a stovetop, but there's one danger lurking in your home that's nearly invisible and far more harmful to your liver. Mold, and more specifically the toxins it produces known as mycotoxins, are among the most overlooked and underestimated threats to liver health, especially for seniors. Mold thrives in warm, damp, and poorly ventilated areas. Think basements, under sinks, inside air conditioning units, or even behind wallpaper. But it's not just the visible green or black patches that pose a threat. The real danger often lies in the spores and microscopic mycotoxins that become airborne and circulate through your home without any noticeable odor or sight. When inhaled or ingested, these toxins enter your bloodstream and are filtered through the liver, where they can accumulate and inflict lasting damage. Mycotoxins are highly reactive molecules that generate oxidative stress and inflammation in liver cells, impairing the organ's ability to detoxify other harmful substances. Studies have shown that chronic exposure to even low levels of mycotoxins can lead to liver fibrosis, immune suppression, and in severe cases, cirrhosis or liver cancer. This is particularly alarming for seniors, whose immune systems are naturally less robust and whose liver resilience may already be compromised due to age, medication use, or pre-existing conditions. Aflatoxins, a well-known class of mycotoxins produced by certain molds, are among the most toxic to humans and have been classified as Group 1 carcinogens by the World Health Organization. While they're most commonly found on spoiled grains, nuts, and corn, they can also be present in indoor dust or contaminated food stored improperly. Research from the Journal of Toxicology shows a direct link between long-term aflatoxin exposure and elevated liver enzymes, indicating ongoing liver stress. Seniors who consume a diet heavy in processed or bulk-stored foods, or those living in older homes with water damage or musty basements, are particularly at risk. One of the reasons mycotoxins are so insidious is that they don't always cause immediate symptoms. Early signs of exposure may include vague issues like fatigue, headaches, poor concentration, or mild respiratory problems, symptoms often attributed to aging or minor illness. But over time, this low-grade exposure can snowball into serious hepatic stress, quietly undermining your health. What makes it worse is that mold exposure is often missed in routine medical evaluations. Unless a doctor specifically tests for mold-related toxicity, the root cause of liver issues may remain undiagnosed for years. And while black mold, Stachybotrys chartarum, is often feared due to its notoriety, it's actually the less visible, more common molds, like Aspergillus and Penicillium, that produce the most dangerous liver-harming mycotoxins. Protecting your liver starts with mold awareness and prevention. First, ensure that your home is well ventilated, especially in bathrooms, kitchens, laundry rooms, and basements. Use a dehumidifier in damp areas to keep humidity below 50%, as mold thrives in moist environments. Regularly inspect for water leaks, discoloration on walls or ceilings, and condensation around windows. If you do find mold, do not simply wipe it away. Many cleaning methods, especially using bleach on porous surfaces, can worsen the problem by dispersing spores into the air. Instead, use EPA-approved mold removal products or consider hiring a professional if the contamination is extensive. For those with existing liver concerns, an air purifier with a HEPA filter and activated carbon can help trap airborne mold particles and reduce liver toxic exposure. Be cautious about food storage as well. Avoid eating foods that appear even slightly moldy, and store dry goods in airtight containers to prevent contamination. Lastly, consider asking your healthcare provider about testing for mycotoxin exposure if you experience unexplained fatigue, recurring infections, or signs of liver stress despite a healthy lifestyle. Your liver may be fighting a battle you can't see, and the first step to winning it is knowing where the enemy hides. In your journey to protect your liver, acknowledging and addressing the invisible threat of mold can make a profound difference in your overall health and longevity. Highly processed foods, the long-term poison that's sitting in your pantry. For many seniors, the convenience of processed foods offers a tempting solution to the challenges of cooking, especially when energy levels fluctuate or mobility becomes limited. But what most don't realize is that the brightly packaged products lining pantry shelves and freezers may be slowly compromising liver health with every bite. Highly processed foods, think frozen dinners, packaged snacks, canned meals, sugary cereals, and fast food, are loaded with preservatives, synthetic additives, excessive sugar, and unhealthy fats that silently damage the liver over time. One of the most dangerous ingredients in these foods is high-fructose corn syrup, a cheap sweetener used extensively in sodas, condiments, baked goods, and countless shelf-stable items. Unlike glucose, which is processed by multiple organs, fructose is metabolized exclusively by the liver. When consumed in excess, especially over long periods, it overwhelms the liver's metabolic pathways, leading to fat accumulation in liver cells, a condition known as non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD. NAFLD affects over 25% of the global adult population and is especially prevalent among seniors. Its early stages often show no symptoms, but left unaddressed, it can progress to liver inflammation, fibrosis, cirrhosis, and even liver cancer. A 2019 study published in the journal Hepatology found that adults who consumed diets high in processed sugars and refined carbs had a 37% greater risk of developing liver fat accumulation than those who consumed whole foods, even when calorie intake was controlled. But sugar isn't the only culprit. Trans fats, still found in some baked goods, margarines, and fried fast food, are another major enemy. These fats not only increase bad cholesterol and the risk of heart disease but also induce liver inflammation and scarring. While many countries have banned trans fats in recent years, they haven't disappeared entirely. Many seniors still consume legacy products stored in the pantry or eat at establishments using older oil blends. Furthermore, emulsifiers, artificial colors, and flavor enhancers like monosodium glutamate, MSG, and sodium nitrite, commonly found in deli meats, instant noodles, and canned soups, have been shown to interfere with liver enzyme activity, disrupt gut bacteria, and elevate markers of liver stress in animal studies. The cumulative effect of these additives, especially in seniors with slower metabolism and more fragile liver function, can be devastating over time. Another hidden danger lies in the excessive sodium content of processed meals. While sodium may not directly harm liver tissue, it plays a sinister role in the context of liver disease. High sodium intake promotes fluid retention and increases the risk of hypertension, which complicates liver cirrhosis and contributes to a condition called ascites, where fluid builds up in the abdomen due to poor liver function. For seniors already at risk, a salty diet accelerates this decline. What makes processed food so dangerous is its addictive nature. Its taste, texture, and convenience create eating habits that are hard to break, and its effects on liver health are gradual and painless until it's too late. Seniors who rely on microwave meals or packaged snacks may go months or even years without realizing the toll it's taking on their liver. But there is hope, and it starts with awareness and small, practical changes. Begin by reading nutrition labels closely. If a food item has more than 5 ingredients, especially if many of them are unrecognizable, it's likely overly processed. Replace sugary beverages with water infused with lemon or herbs, which not only hydrates but also supports liver detox pathways. Opt for whole grains over refined flour products, and choose snacks like fresh fruit, nuts, or yogurt instead of chips and pastries. Incorporate liver-friendly foods like leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables, garlic, and berries into your diet, as they contain antioxidants and phytochemicals that support liver repair. Preparing simple meals at home, even just a few times a week, can dramatically reduce your intake of harmful ingredients. You don't need to become a gourmet chef. Even steamed vegetables, grilled proteins, and brown rice offer profound benefits compared to frozen or canned alternatives. Seniors should also consider speaking with a nutritionist who specializes in aging to develop meal plans that protect the liver while accommodating energy levels, medication regimens, and taste preferences. The liver is a forgiving organ. It has the ability to heal and regenerate when given the right tools. But it needs you to make the first move. Eliminating or even reducing processed food consumption can set you on a path to better energy, clearer thinking, and a longer, healthier life. Your pantry may seem harmless, but within those boxes and bags could be a long-term poison. The good news is that every meal is a new opportunity to reverse course and nourish your liver with what it truly needs. How to cleanse and protect your liver naturally after 60. By the time you reach 60, your liver has filtered roughly 84,000 gallons of blood and processed decades of meals, medications, environmental toxins, and stress hormones. It's a remarkable organ, resilient and capable of regeneration. But like any system, it can wear down if neglected. Fortunately, the body's ability to heal remains strong even in later years, especially when supported with the right lifestyle changes. Cleansing and protecting your liver naturally doesn't mean following extreme detox fads or fasting for days. Instead, it involves consistent, science-backed strategies that reduce your toxic burden and nourish liver tissue from the inside out. First and foremost, hydration plays a crucial role. Water is the carrier that flushes waste from the body, and without enough of it, the liver has to work overtime to break down and eliminate toxins. Seniors should aim to drink at least 6 to 8 glasses of water daily, preferably with a squeeze of lemon or a few cucumber slices for added antioxidant support. Staying hydrated also supports bile production, which is essential for digestion and the elimination of fat-soluble toxins. Next, focus on liver-supportive foods. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage contain glucosinolates, compounds that stimulate liver enzymes and enhance detoxification. Leafy greens such as spinach, kale, and arugula are packed with chlorophyll, which helps neutralize heavy metals and pesticide residues. Garlic, rich in sulfur compounds, activates liver enzymes that help flush out toxins, while beets and carrots provide beta-carotene and plant flavonoids that promote liver function. Turmeric is another powerful ally. Curcumin, its active compound, has been shown in numerous studies to reduce liver inflammation and support the repair of liver cells. A daily pinch of turmeric in tea, soups, or rice dishes can provide steady support without the risks associated with supplements. And don't forget healthy fats. Omega-3 fatty acids found in walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds, and fatty fish like salmon help reduce liver fat and inflammation. In addition to nutrition, regular movement is a key pillar of liver health. Physical activity helps improve insulin sensitivity, lower fat buildup in the liver, and promote circulation. Seniors don't need to engage in high-impact workouts. Brisk walking, swimming, yoga, and gentle stretching for 30 minutes a day can yield dramatic improvements in liver markers over time. It's also vital to address sleep. During deep sleep, the liver performs many of its most important repair functions. Aim for at least 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep each night, ideally going to bed and waking up at consistent times. Cutting down on late-night snacking, caffeine in the evening, and excessive screen time before bed can significantly improve sleep quality, which in turn boosts liver function. Reducing exposure to environmental toxins is another overlooked but powerful way to protect your liver. Switch to glass or stainless steel food containers instead of plastic, avoid non-stick cookware made with harmful chemicals, and use fragrance-free, eco-labeled cleaning and personal care products. Even these small changes reduce the chemical load your liver must process every day. When it comes to alcohol, moderation is key, but for many seniors, complete avoidance is even better. As the liver ages, its ability to metabolize alcohol diminishes, meaning what was once a harmless glass of wine could now contribute to cumulative liver stress. If you do drink, keep it to no more than one standard drink per day, and always with food. In terms of supplements, consider discussing milk thistle with your healthcare provider. It contains silymarin, a compound that has been shown to reduce liver inflammation and support regeneration. However, supplements should never be self-prescribed. Always review new additions with your doctor, especially if you're taking medications or managing chronic health conditions. Regular liver checkups are essential after 60. A simple blood test to measure liver enzymes can offer early warning signs of trouble and allow for timely intervention. Don't wait for symptoms. Make it part of your annual health routine. Finally, cultivate emotional well-being. Chronic stress has been shown to influence liver health through hormonal imbalances and inflammation. Practices like meditation, journaling, spending time in nature, and maintaining social connections are more than just feel-good activities. They're protective tools for your entire body, liver included. Your liver doesn't need a miracle cure, it needs consistent care, a mindful diet, reduced exposure to toxins, and a bit of patience. With the right daily habits, even a liver that has seen decades of wear and tear can rebound and function efficiently well into your senior years. The choices you make today could determine how well your liver serves you for the rest of your life.